So Unrivaled just announced their latest person, and yeah, Caitlin Clark is not going to be an Unrivaled. Yeah, that's just not happening. It's just not happening. And I get it. Like, I don't think from Caitlin's end, there's any, like, real hatred towards other players. But as far as, like, Caitlin's camp is concerned, I'd say family, you'd be giving the best possible advice of, like, just don't do this. Just don't do this. Dijonai Carrington is now in Unrivaled. If you are Caitlin Clark, there is nobody that has made your life more messy since joining the WNBA than Dijonai Carrington. Whether it be, obviously, dating one of your teammates, and then while on the way to a Fever game, tweeting out some stuff, demanding you, like, speak up for the internet, speak up and out against the internet trolls. And by the way, the freaking Mercury commentator saying that it's the responsibility of the Indiana Fever to talk about the internet trolls. Like, people don't know how internet trolls work. Like, it's not even a straws and effects is the wrong thing, but it's like, if you feed the trolls, they just grow. Like, if it's the dumbest thing you can possibly do. The best thing you can do is, like, ignore. Ideally, ignore. And if you're getting hit by the trolls, delete the Twitter app. That's the best thing you can do. But Dijonai Carrington is in Unrivaled in 3-on-3 and 1-on-1. I do think Dijonai is going to be good. Angel Reese is already there. Carrington's there. Marina Mabry's there. Obviously, they're playing with each other. But she's like, I think Dijonai Carrington is brilliant. And if we're talking like player fit, like, there's nobody that would be a better fit for the Indiana Fever than Unrivaled. It's just when a team has this type of chemistry with somebody that has Twitter fingers like Dijonai Carrington. Like, there are plenty of people where it's like, for a team that's like team building, you ideally wouldn't hire Dijonai Carrington, mainly because of the Twitter fingers. Mainly because of that. Because it's like, I'll always say it, like, if you are a big network, and I might be the last person you would hire because I got Twitter fingers. I got Twitter fingers and I got no filter. Dijonai Carrington's got Twitter fingers and no filter. It's hard to work in a team when you've got Twitter fingers and no filter. It really, really is. I don't even know what the hint was. But yeah, she's going to be there. And there's a lot of good players in this league. So we're down to the last 11 anyway. We've got 11 more to go. And it's like Rakia Jackson there, Skylar Diggins. So if Skylar Diggins is there, there's not going to be a Taurasi. There's obviously probably not going to be a Brittany Griner. I think we're now starting to see, like, the non-All-Star players. Like, I know Alicia Gray made the All-Star team, but we have seen 4 not, like, borderline All-Star level players in a row, but 4 non-All-Stars in a row. I think this is probably soon enough where we see someone like a Kate Martin announced. And yeah, it is going to be interesting because it is the best league. I just think when it comes to Unrivaled, they were really, really short-sighted in making it 3-on-3. Like, I don't understand who came up with that decision. Like, you could have the funding. You could get more funding for 5-on-5. Like, make 5... Instead of having 30 players, I don't know, maybe you couldn't. It would have cost more contract-wise. But, like, just make 5 teams of 6. 5 teams of 6 and have 2... And every night have 2 teams play against each other. Or have a bunch of teams play against each other a bunch of times in, like, 10-minute quarter games. Or in, like, a 10-minute game. But I don't know. I think they really blew it with 3-on-3. I think they really did because I think they go big 3. I don't even know what the more interesting side of 3-on-3 is to watch. I don't watch the big 3. I like the big 3 as a league. I hope it succeeds. It's cool seeing former NBA players and it's cool seeing Ice Cube run a damn business. Like, I still do think Ice Cube is talking nonsense half the time for promotion, but at the same time he knows how to promote things. But yeah, I don't see it happening. Like, that would be the advice. If I was a friend or a parent to Caitlin Clark, like, my advice would be is, like, just stay away. Just stay away. Like, the first time you're in a situation where your fans, or not even your fans, where people say anything to any of these players on social media, there is a chance that like a Dijonai Carrington, especially being around, she could tweet out again something about, and it's not even Caitlin's fans, that's the worst part, about her fans, people just going at them, at these players. And you better believe during Unrivaled, the trolls are going to be trolling the living hell out of these players. And if you're Caitlin Clark there, imagine being around these players all the time. And it's not like the Fever, where it seems like they have all effectively deleted their social media and apps, and it's like they get on with her. I don't think that's going to happen with Dijonai Carrington. I really don't. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I probably will make a video talking about what Lynn Dunn said about it, because she did also talk about Caitlin Clark potentially going overseas. I think there's more potential in her going overseas than there is Unrivaled, but like, she's not going to be playing in Unrivaled. And obviously we saw the Unrivaled admin literally like a post, an anti-Caitlin Clark post. So for sure, it's highly unlikely that she's in Unrivaled with that. And I know the post got deleted, the post got unliked very quickly, but still, like, you don't like a hate post about a potential player. I do think the decision is still going to be entirely on Caitlin Clark. And I would say she probably at times has thought, I'll do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a initial meeting with her and she was like very open to doing it. But like, if I was Caitlin Clark, I just wouldn't. I would. She might go and play in that, what's the AU? Is the AU league? If she wants to play. The Athletes Unlimited, which is, again, it's not like there are bad players in this league. Like, if you look at the players that played in this league last year, like Alicia Gray, All-Star Odyssey Sims, Tash Cloud, Tiffany Mitchell, Angstler played, Nicolani Brown, Kelsey Mitchell played. Like, I know Lexi Hull played, Maddie Siegrist. So, like, maybe she'll just go and say, you know what, let's just form the super team. Let's just form the AU super team if she wants to play. Like, Grace Berger was there. Maybe we can just form the AU Fever and dominate there. Try it. But, yeah, I don't know what she's going to do. I really don't. I can't see Caitlin Clark being one to do media work. Maybe she just goes and practices in silence. But it's looking like it's a near zilch % chance that she ends up playing in Unrivaled next year, especially with Dijonai Carrington being there. And if I was Caitlin Clark, I wouldn't. Just for the risk of some players getting abuse on Twitter. And imagine Dijonai Carrington tweeting from the locker room while you're getting ready to play against her, or just being in the same vicinity as her. It just becomes really messy. And if I was Caitlin Clark, I wouldn't.